Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to give you some tips on lesson plan 5. That's the one coming up this week, of course. This will be your last lesson plan. There'll be a couple of task assignments after that. And then we're going to go ahead and do kind of a unit plan. And I'll work on that this week, and I'll try to get that ready for you next week sometime. Not this coming week, but the week after that. I'll have that laid out for you so you can start working on that pretty soon. Okay, now for this week, there are a couple of things. The English language proficiency standards would be analyzing sayings and expressions commensurate with grade level learning expectations. Remember, these are sixth graders. They're the same 12 sixth graders that you've been having. And then they're looking for patterns in language and so forth, but especially analyzing sayings and expressing commensurate with grade level expectations. Also, for the TEKS, there's not an A, B, C, D for this one. And so the more general one part of it is the first half, and the second half where it says that I've highlighted on this video. Students are expected to explain how figurative language, that is personification, metaphor, similes, hyperbole, contributes to the meaning of a poem. Okay, I'm going to give you a recommendation. I read these to my fifth graders when I really got into character, and I read them. They loved these poems by Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends. I'm not sure how many of you guys have seen that book. You can buy them, find them in the library. You can find them in the Laredo Public Library if you can't find them in the TAMU library. For those of you who have had Dr. Rhodes, you've probably seen these, but you're welcome to get any other sixth grade poems, or I'm not sure Shel Silverstein is okay for sixth grade or not, but it's close enough. There's some silly stuff in there that's pretty good. And there might be some other poetry that's more appropriate for sixth graders. Now, they're not going to have to write poems. What they're going to do is you're going to model for them. You're going to show them some examples of poems, and you're going to analyze those with the students in your delivery, of course. And you're going to have them to go ahead and be able to explain how figurative language, that can be personification, metaphor, similes, or hyperbole. Any of those, you don't have to do all of them, just do one of them. Okay, limit this to only one of those in your lesson. And so you look for your own poetry. I've given you an example, and then I'm trying to have you narrow down here about the poetry, and they're going to be analyzing it, finding it in the poems. And this is a good one where you'd have pairs of students working together on this one. And of course, you're going to need a lot of scaffolding. You're going to have to give them a lot of formative assessment while you're going through, making sure they're on track and they're understanding the assignment. And make sure your critical thinking, of course, is the analysis that they're doing, and they're able to find those things in their poems. So they're not writing a poem. What they're doing is they're finding this pattern in there, or these explain the figurative language, how that's used in some English poems. And I think they will like Shel Silverstein or anything else you might be able to find that's interesting. Sometimes when I'm in class, I would show you spam haiku. I think sixth graders would kind of like silly poems. They don't have to have serious poems, but silly poems are probably more entertaining for them. But it's up to you. If you have something better than that, that will be fine. If you have any questions, give me a call. I'll be happy to talk with you about it.